everyone, welcome to a breaking Doctor Who news video. Disney have leaked the title and release date for the Doctor Who Christmas special. Yes, we can actually call it a Christmas special now because Disney have accidentally confirmed it is set to air on Christmas Day. Let's get right into it. I've got some things to talk about with this. Obviously, there might be some stuff that comes out after I record this with regards to, I think the BBC might hurriedly put together a press release following Disney's accidental reveal of this information, but let's just get right into it. Subscribe if you're new, that'd be greatly appreciated. I'm trying to be as up-to-date with Doctor Who news as possible. Yeah, let's just get right into this. So Disney put out its Christmas list of shows that it's streaming. It's season streamings, if you like. And in the new Snow Rivals section, you can see at the very bottom there, on the 25th of the 12th, Americans with their dates, Doctor Who Holiday Special, The Church on Ruby Road. So not only do we have title confirmation, but also release date confirmation from the official Disney Plus account before BBC Doctor Who have tweeted it. Now, this is interesting for a couple of reasons. I think it's super interesting given the fact that the BBC and Disney Plus operate very differently. Linear television tends to give its release dates and broadcast dates and titles and so forth much later than streamers do. Tends to be about 2 weeks before broadcast. Disney Plus operates very differently to that. They have a whole month of content planned out which they reveal to you ahead of time. So therefore, it's kind of interesting seeing these differences in approach clash. And I'm kind of hoping, perhaps beyond hope, that due to this, the BBC might make a slight exception for Doctor Who in maybe letting some information come out earlier to coincide with the Disney Plus side of things. I think it's very interesting that Disney were the ones to actually reveal this, not BBC Doctor Who themselves. Before this, they seem to be pretty much on the same page. You know, they released their trailer following the Doctor Who trailer and stuff like that, and the information after the BBC revealed it. But this is probably the first time, I think, perhaps there's one at the time, I'm not sure, of them officially confirming something before the BBC's had chance to do it. So it'll be interesting to see moving forward how that's kind of reconciled. Is Disney going to sort of exclude Doctor Who from its press releases for future content? Or will the BBC just allow it to happen? I'm personally hoping for the latter because it will mean more people are more aware of when the show is coming out if they just let Disney do their thing. But yeah, we'll see on that front. The bigger thing though is the leaked title, The Church on Ruby Road. No doubt a reference to Ruby Sunday herself, as obviously that's her name, and as well as that, this does coincide with plot leaks for not only the Christmas special, but also a big leak with regards to the 60th and the Christmas special, which I'm not going to reiterate here for obvious reasons. You can find it if you want to, but I don't want to be the one to promote that further because it definitely seems like it's true. I mean, the title was in said leak. However, it's interesting because, spoilers by the way, if you don't want to listen to this, one of the things that was hinted at in one of those leaks was this idea of a split regeneration that we've spoken about before. And given that this title is the same title from that leak, this split regeneration idea is looking more likely. Again, I'm not going to say it's 100%, but it's looking more likely. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. Again, I'm not going to go into too much detail because I don't want to show the whole leak for, obviously, not only your guys' benefit, but also my channel's benefit. I don't want to get copyright struck or anything like that, because I think that's happened before with a handful of leaks. But I do think, actually, Tales of the TARDIS actually gives us a bit of an indication of what could be coming in the 60th anniversary. Sylvester McCoy's 7th Doctor mentions that he was essentially from a timeline in which the Doctor never grew out of being that Doctor, right? They grew old as Sylvester McCoy in this case. So I'm wondering if the regeneration from 13 to 14 actually is a sort of split timeline, where the Doctor, the David Tennant Doctor, comes back and basically remains the Doctor in that timeline going forward. But in this other timeline, Ncuti Gatwa is the Doctor. That could explain how two of them coexist, and they are technically 14 and 15, but what happened in Power of the Doctor wasn't the natural succession of Doctors, but rather some alternate timeline interference. Perhaps the Toymaker could be manipulating that as well. I mean, it would make tons of sense. And Russell T Davies did explicitly state that some of the stuff happening in Tales from the TARDIS would factor in the future. And that's like the key line that really stuck out to me, where I'm like, okay, maybe he's doing a thing where in this timeline, the David Tennant Doctor grows old, and that's why we see him again in the 60th. But in the main timeline, Shusi Gatwa is obviously the future Doctor. But on a more positive note, actual official confirmation of Christmas Day is really, really nice. We've heard from Russell that he wanted to bring back festive specials, but he's never been able to actually confirm outright whether it's Christmas or whether it's some other time in the festive period. He's been very vague with his wording on that. However, this is official confirmation, 25th of the 12th, Christmas Day. Christmas specials are back, which is hugely exciting. I'm so glad. And obviously, some of the plot details of this special have also been leaked previously, which again, I'm not going to share. But if you go looking hard enough, you will be able to find them if you really want to. However, I'd suggest waiting to watch them yourselves. Obviously, the only reason I mentioned the split regeneration thing is because everyone's talking about that right now, and we still don't exactly know how that's going to play out, but I felt it was relevant to reference here given this leak. But that's about all I have to say on this. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Disney Plus leaking the Christmas title, as well as the potential reality of that leak, which again, I'm not going to talk about. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you later.